Today we're going to be working on cleaning an airbrush. Right now I've got the Ultra Airbrush from Harder Steenbeck. This is a middle of the road one, I suppose, from what I've heard. For airbrushes I've only had a couple, but this one's really nice, real easy to clean, so I'm going to go over taking this apart. Every airbrush will be a little different, but they're all relatively similar. So I'm going to be going over this. Hopefully this is helpful to somebody. I learned most of this stuff on other YouTube videos. Squidmar Miniatures does a real good job of it. So that's where I learned most of this. But go ahead and start disassembling. Now I like to keep my pieces in order so I kind of know how they go back together. This isn't something that you have to do all the time. If you've got bad clogs or something, maybe it's worth doing, or I just do it every so often. Right now it's spattering on me a little bit more than I would like, so this is the part you want to be careful of. This is the needle. You can see there's a bunch of garbage on there. We'll have to clean off. That'll help quite a bit by itself. We'll take the end off here, make sure that's all cleaned up. There's the tip in there. Solution here, I've got Master Airbrush cleaner. This stuff's, I just found it on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description below, but it seems to be really good stuff. It works for me anyways. If anyone else uses something else, feel free to put that in the comments. But I just use that, and actually I need one more paper towel. I like to have one as kind of a base, and then one in a couple pieces so I can use them as wipe things down. So we'll start with some of these pieces. Let's get it good. Put a little in there, and I mean you're really just cleaning it out. I mean it's not necessarily rocket science. You can get as detailed or as quick as you like with it. You can definitely sit there and scrub every little part of it. You got to decide what you're willing to do and what you feel is best for you and where your airbrush is, what you feel you need to do to get it to work right. Now I just put this little bottle down in this tip and spray through it a little bit. It seems to work pretty well. I have some Q-tips here, get stuff out on the inside. The paint just builds up in there over time. We got this little airbrush cleaning kit. I believe maybe a couple of these things, maybe this one came with it. I know that ring of cleaners right there, I bought as an extra kit through Amazon. So again, anything I've purchased, Amazon, I'll leave links in the description. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you use my links to buy that stuff if you're interested, I appreciate it. It doesn't cost you any extra at all, but allows me to make a few extra pennies on it or something, and everything helps me continue to do these videos, both painting videos and instructional videos like this, the SOPs. Hopefully these are helpful. I just started doing these, trying to tackle some of the issues that people have been asking me about, of hey, how do you do this, what do you use, stuff like that. I'm happy to answer in private messages and stuff that I get, but figure this, start doing a series on some of this stuff that will help me have a place to point people of hey, you got this question, fantastic, yep, here's a video of it kind of deal, and can help a few more people out. I think that would be good. Try to get this tip as clean as I can, just because I know it inevitably is going to get dirty again. Obviously this is where a bunch of the paint, ends up at the end, as it's spraying, even though it should go past this if use it over time, it's gonna build up in there a little bit. This is probably, geez, I think the last time I cleaned this was maybe a month or two ago. So, like I said, I don't clean it a lot, but just enough that keeps working the way I want it to work. So for this, I put a little cleaner on here. This is one of the things. So this needle on the inside, you want to be real careful not to bend it. Bending it or messing with the end or anything, the tip will stop your airbrush from working, and you will need a new needle. I have luckily not been down that path personally, but everything I've heard is that is the key, is making sure this needle stays nice and straight and true and clean. So that's why I only go one way on it. There's some built up stuff there in the middle I can feel with my fingernail. Just let it soak in that for a few seconds. That's why I just go one way on it to make sure I don't catch that end of that tip and get it bent or anything like that. That's not bad. Let's go ahead. Let's polish this up a little bit. Doesn't matter too much, but it is nice to have. Again, push some of that cleaner through there. Maybe a Q-tip down in there. Clean out some of that built up stuff. That's where your paint actually goes in and through to the end. So it is nice to have that area all cleaned up. That's where these guys come in handy sometimes. Mine are getting a little wore down. So clean that out, clean out that spot. Like I said, I haven't been doing this for years or anything. It's been a little less than a year actually, so all my knowledge here is from other YouTube videos, from other creators, watching that stuff and learning from them. So I'm really just passing on what I've learned from others. One that I've watched the most, I believe, is Squidmar Miniatures. They do some different work than I do, but very similar, and they've done a lot more with airbrushes over time than I have. Definitely have more experience. So if you want to get more in depth, I'd recommend going to check their channel out, seeing what you can learn from them as well. That seems pretty good. Get just a little more in there. That. So the last thing really I need to clean is this guy right here, the nozzle. And these are tricky. So I usually push some through, try to clean everything up. And these just kind of twist it on, the real small one, and I want to pull it out because I don't want to push anything through with that. Then you very carefully take your needle and you just gently scrape the inside edges with it. Try to push any little bits of paint out through the end that you can. And really, it's not that bad. You definitely don't want to push hard here. Same thing. You don't want your needle to bend or to get flat tip on it or anything like that. So you just want to be real gentle about it. And do your best to clean that up. Again, I'll push some more of this through here. It's not going straight through, so maybe we did get a little piece of something down in there. Yeah. So there's some paint coming out on the end. That's really good because we want all that out of there. So that is what's clogging it up, which is nice to have this to be able to push through it. So you definitely, if that liquid's not going through there, the airbrush paint's not going through there later. So keep going as long as you keep getting something out of it. There's definitely, you can see there's definitely some paint buildup in there. That cleaner's loosening up. Needle's pushing through. Just happens over time. I'm sure there's tricks out there on what to do. Hey, there we go. Steady stream, so that's pretty cleaned out. But I'm sure there's tricks out there what to do to make this last longer so you don't have to clean it as often. I do my best to wash it out and stuff as I go, in between sprays and colors and everything. But it's just one of those inevitabilities that's going to happen over time. So you're going to have to figure out how to get everything good. So I push that down just until it hits a little bit. You got this collar back over, screw that on. Make sure it functions. Make sure the needle comes out of the way. And then these, I think this might be unique to this airbrush or this brand, but this is a little limiter on it, so it can stop you from going too far back and spraying too hard. But got that on, and then last piece, second to last piece, I guess. So confirm that's working, and you got your reservoir right there. And we are good to go. Appreciate you sticking around. If you watch this, got something out of it, definitely leave it in the comments. Let me know what you learned, what I could do different. I'm always willing to learn from other people. It's definitely something I do my best, is try and continue to be a student, even when I might know something. Never an expert at it, always looking for something more, some better way to tweak it. As you get better, those ways are smaller, but they're still there. They never disappear. So if you got something that you think I should do different, do better, something I could think about next time, definitely leave it in the comments. Not only help me, but help anyone else watching this. But until next time, I appreciate it, guys.